he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
Are you drunk, mister, or are you just cracked?
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
Phelps, leave him be.
I'm going up to the lakes to watch the races on Saturday.
You lousy bastard.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Look, that's the latest thing. Whoa! Easy!
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
You can drive.
Now that's an oxymoron for you.
I can't believe Teresa's dead.
Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
He's only a writer. He can't really help me.
He's good looking for a policeman.
Where's that cab got to now?
Car 11K, yellow cab 3591 was just seen leaving Dewey's Car Sales, driving north on Union Drive. KGPL.
The search continues.
.11K, patrolman reports yellow cab 3591 at Loma and Union Drive, headed northeast.
This officer needs
Moving.
help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive, a 211 in progress and shots fired. Enter to handle code 3, identify.
.11K, car 11 King, further on your APB, yellow cab 3591, reported at the Turkey Bowl Diner, last seen turning north on Loma Drive, heading northeast.
Why won't that little bastard stay still?
I hope you get the death penalty. What's a five-star goddamn wedding?
There he goes again.
Car 11K, your APB, suspect yellow cab 3591, headed east on 3rd Street, last sighted passing 3rd and Whitmer.
.3591, that's him there, Phelps. Hit the siren.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
All units in the vicinity in any Centro unit. A 211 and shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Unit that can handle code 3, identify. All units in the vicinity in any Centro shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Unit that can handle code 3, identify.
Are you liquored up?
KTI Radio reminds you to immunize your child today. Only with your help and eternal vigilance can these diseases be eradicated. Delicious and creamy Spencer's Root.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Anyone seen where Miss Wells went? No, sorry.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that gas.
Can you bring me the file?
I'm busy now. Can I ignore you some other time?
Do I need to find someone to look after me now? No.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Can I post this there? You trying to take me down?
Oh, sister, I was so tight I couldn't walk. Poor guy must be going crazy.
You see my mother?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
And you started talking.
She looked good in her green dress. Up close, she was a little older than I thought, but like I said, I only had a 24-hour pass. My CO is gonna kill me.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. If your story doesn't check out, Jessup, we're hanging you out to dry. Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days? That's cool. I'm no hood. I'm a killer.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
we bust in there and find the goddamn thing.
You're behind the wheel.
Three suspects in the can and one on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Carrollson picked up?
11K, roger.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Filthy goddamn vagrants. We get in, we find our man, we get out again. That's the plan.
I don't need this.
Please, can I have some time to explain to my daughters?
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity.
can't believe Teresa's dead.
need this.
Can you drive to this one? LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic here, Phelps. We need to hold out till the cavalry arrives.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Buckshot is getting down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
What do you think, you're Joe Louis? What do you think, you're Joe Louis?
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Got a problem, pal? Oh,
looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Circumstantial.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
She wants a five-star goddamn wedding.
You can't do this!
See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with the lady that got cut up, like the Dahlia.
You know the way. You can drive. The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder. We're going this way.
Any on the side. Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from? You need me to sign some papers or something? You've been to my house? No way.
Keep talking. Someday you'll say something intelligent. Can you identify the man in this picture?
Parker or Green?
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Can you bring me the flowers?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You didn't know about the insurance money, I take it. No entiendo. Say, do you fellas need me to stick around much longer?
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
You left at midnight, correct?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
I have faith in the Lord. Do you, senor? Did you know, Mr. Rapalski?
You're lying, Ackerman. There must be a reason. You could have killed her in the camp.
My reasons are my own. Can you disprove what I say?
You can't expect me to turn a blind eye, can you? No way. Nope. You were smoking a cigarette in the other room? You need me to sign some papers or something?
You do your worst. You're the willing tool of a despotic state designed to victimize the unfortunate.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
You think those vice boys get any inside?
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What are
exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Isn't he the cop who won a medal and is solving all the cases? You're kidding. I could save all year and not be able to afford that.
You wait. 5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by robots. Hey, there's
You
such a
drive.
thing as soap,
I
you
need
know?
to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.